What's up guys, Cloudie here, and as you can see this time checking in from the Europe server, where I have decided to create a new account and raise it all the way from 0 up to hero, or if not to hero then at least to an endgame level of characters and everything. So while we load, the ID itself came from having made a few friends on the Europe server, some awesome people like Lex, Fluff, or Geek, or Aoyokami, or Anhon, who is not to be confused with Nihon, and probably I butchered that name anyway. So I thought it would be cool to like spend time with them, not just on Discord, but also in game. But we will see how they feel about that. Now, I've created originally this account like 2 days ago, 10 minutes before the server reset, so that midnight. So the first day just went by with the very first tutorials and then quickly hitting the inn to see what we had there. And yeah, so that's how far we got. Let's see what we have now. So some of you might remember about a year ago I had something similar where I was running a new account with Pansy and Cecilia, and then about after 2 weeks I gave away that account. This time I want to keep playing this a bit longer, preferably forever, and preferably without paying, but I may have mentioned that anyway. So yeah, I want to play this all the way up to Technomagic raids and Guild Conquest and whatever, so we will see how far we get. Now, last time it was a physical account and I didn't want to go with that again, so even though in 2020 the magic DPS wasn't really that great, it was definitely a year of physical, I figured that it would be good to just roll with magic instead of rolling Pansy and Celine and like Rebel Klaus, because yeah, that's just too meta. So the very first character for magic that you receive on day 1 is Lorraine, and coincidentally she was my very first character I got from the inn on my main account. So, but in all those years, oh god, I can't speak today. So in all those years, I never really gave her much action because I just had other characters built. So I always felt bad that she was the first from the inn that I recruited, but she never saw too much action. So yeah, we can make this a Lorraine main. She's quite versatile, can be used in many different aspects of the game. So Lorraine main sounds pretty good. And on top of that, I found some of the coupon codes that I myself have posted on my channel, and some of them still worked. So that was pretty great. I got a random unique weapon, and guess what? We got a Lorraine unique weapon from that. So yeah, it's a sign. The other sign was that we went to the inn just before the day reset on that very first day, and we had an Ezekiel there. So Ezekiel is like the favorite character of my bra, so I thought it was kind of a sign too that I should be rolling with an Ezekiel. He is kind of underrated because male and like assassin and maybe not too meta, I guess, but he's actually pretty strong. So those who have invested in him know that he, when really invested in, he gets really strong. I thought my bro would be a bit happier about it, but apparently not. But anyway, we gonna be like rolling with this and see how it goes. So we have 2 characters fixed already. We will be having a Lorraine and we will be having an Ezekiel. Now we are trying to get to like Chapter 9 and unlock Fallen Frey, so that's like the 3rd character that we will be investing in because she's just worth it for so many of the content that we need to do. It's just having a Fallen Frey makes it a lot easier. And then let's just switch out of channels before we see something that we do not want to see. Let's go there. You never know with OpenChat. So, and I do not want to go editing this too much. So yeah, Fallen Frey will be our investment, number 3. And we have 1 slot open, which I'm kinda undecided about. So we have this summon. I'm not sure actually if it's time limited or not, because right now we also have the event where character summons are also cheaper. So we could be getting those as well. We will see. But yeah, we have 3 characters fixed for this already, and the 4th one is up for debate. I was thinking maybe we could try Hilda because she never really got a chance from me on my main account, although the reason for that is because she isn't that good. Or we could roll with Kirze, who we have already obtained, and she is like alright-ish. I have played her on my friend's account, so she's okay, not terribly great, but okay. But yeah, you guys can let me know in the comments if you would like to see someone specific that is magic related and that you would like to see used in this series. The very first day, well, I was a little bit busy going out and freezing to death because it's super cold here in Europe now. But yeah, we did some of the basic farming at the beginning. We went through like the first 6 chapters. As you can see, I have unlocked chapter 6, and with that raids and world bosses and challenge raids and towers challenge. But the one thing that I was really proud of, that I bet Kiersey in the Tower of Ordeals. When I had like a level 50 something Lorraine and everyone else was like 4-star and level 30 something. That was a pretty tough battle. You needed to like chain CC her and still do enough damage with Lorraine to be able to live through her damage, because otherwise she was just one-hitting everyone. So yeah, that was a fun challenge, but it rewarded us with Kiersey. So now these are my 2 main characters. This is how far we got with, this is the main team. Mostly the 3 characters that we had. Didn't buy anyone yet. We also got a Kaula from the selector. So we will be rolling with Lorraine, mainly focusing on Lorraine, and then slowly building up. We still gonna need a magic tank, someone who works better with the magic team. Normally I would say Jane is the most versatile, but I've been rolling with Jane so much that I'm not quite sure about that. I thought we could roll with a Glenvis, for instance. That would be interesting. Yeah, we already went into arena, fought all the bots until we got to like Silver League, but we need to try and unlock gold, which would be nice because I think we can already do Battle of Ordeals. Now if we look, and that has a reward, an extra reward for gold clearing, so we should try and get to gold. Now I also managed to sneak into a guild, which is thanks to my friends, and I got a Manticore pieces on level 6. Well, okay, these are terrible stats. It's like all of them are useless. Just the crit is like okayish, but this one actually is not bad. It has 2 good stuff and some defense. But yeah, we have Manticore, 2 pieces of Manticore on the very first day of the account, which is quite fun, I think. And yeah, it's quite nice to be in an active guild, or like more or less active guild. I'm not quite sure yet how active, but yeah, it's kind of cool. And this is something I really advise to everyone, that do not go to those guilds that are like, we are taking everyone, because then you will be just sitting in a guild of ghosts where nothing is ever happening, no one is doing anything, and that's just not so fun for you. So yeah. Yeah, so what have we done so far? We have obtained Lorraine's unique weapon, and we had a random soul weapon, which was like Reina, which we will probably grind for Ezekiel. We went through, I said 6, the first 5 chapters, where it was just autoing through them. Really left it on a bit to auto on the last one, and in the old conquest boss of chapter 5 to gain some XP. So everyone is like up to level 60 now, a bit higher actually, at least on the main team. So we can keep progressing with chapter 6 on the day 2, and then we will hopefully be able to unlock like Shakme and trials and stuff like that. And then we can keep going on to all the way to chapter 9, where we should be able to get ourselves a Fallen Frey and the Dark Lord Castle. And then we will be, well, we will still only be at 10 characters, and to unlock League of Honor, which would be good for those unique treasure fragments, we will need 2 more characters. So we might end up buying 2 more. And yeah, this is where you guys can come in. You can recommend something which you would like to see. Of course, Magic has some pretty specific buff characters that you will need over time, such as like Annette or Oddi. Or of course, over time we will need to get ourselves Veronica, maybe a Priscilla. But there are also other characters. Talisha, if I'm gonna run an Ezekiel at some point, then Talisha to be able to beat Sky Trial will be nice, and also to run Eclipse. And yeah, these are some of the options we have now. But if you guys can think of anything, anyone you would like to see, I would love to see that in the comments, and then we can see if we can have some popular stuff. So yeah, the very first day was a bit riddled with like autoing through everything that there is in the game. Nothing super fancy to show other than perhaps that one Kirza clear, so I didn't really go into that. We do have a lot of random gear that we farmed and some consumables. We do have one unique weapon. This is to be used with Lorraine, and if we have a second one which we can use for Lorraine. So technically we could try and gamble. Well, we could gamble for 2-star, but I really don't like the gambling at 50% because I always fail. I almost always fail on that, so we'll probably just get one more and go for 100%. We still need a little bit more. Now we could get we already got like a few artifact pieces, but there is one mission that requires you to craft 5, and for that we have to clear a couple of more stages first. So we'll keep these fragments until we use our artifact pieces, and then craft hopefully 5 of them to unlock that quest too, so we get more rewards. You know, it's kind of nice to keep these rolling at the beginning. And we also need to get our hands on a class unique weapon, because that's one of the first quests that we have to do, or the first in a chain related to unique gears, and until we get one we cannot start that quest, so that's a bit lame. But yeah, guys, this was day 1 really, or technically day 2, but I said I haven't done anything on day 1, so this was day 1 and 2, so to say, together, where we have finally unlocked chapter 6, and we will be moving on from there. So let me know what you guys think. Would you like to see more of this kind of stuff? Which kind of characters would you like to see? You can recommend tanks, you can recommend DPS or supports that you think I should be getting early on and focus a bit more on, and then we will see how this goes. So yeah, for now this has been Cloudie. Expect to see some fun curries and interesting solutions, I guess, when I'm trying to get through stuff with this low invest account, or at least very new account. And yeah, until the next episode, this has been Cloudie, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.